Mariska Hargitay explains her mother's opinion on an emotional documentary. The most recent endeavor of Mariska Hargitay is a love project. The Law and Order actress really thinks her mother would have approved of her debut documentary, My Mom Jane, which tells the story of her late mother, 1950s cinema star Jane Mansfield. I believe she would be overjoyed to be seen at the documentary's June 13 debut in New York. Mariska, whose real father was recently identified as Nelson Sardelli but who was raised by Father Mickey Hargitay, made a statement in an exclusive E! News interview. For the first time, perhaps, Mariska acknowledged that her first feature film as a filmmaker was very personal, but she insisted that it was the truth. She went on, "I stand firm in that. When individuals are honest and open with me, I feel very liberated and consider how honorable that is. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a complex family." Watch E! News tonight, June 16, at 11 p.m., for more from Mariska and her fans at her movie debut. The 61-year-old, whose mother passed away when she was just 4 years old, believed that the way other people reacted to the project was the most heartwarming, even though she pursued it to understand more about her mother. "The individuals I've told the story to have said, 'I went to a movie to see about your mother, and I left thinking about my family,'" she added, "is what has made me the happiest. As I discovered, it was very different from what I had assumed, so that's what I intended it to be, an invitation for others to go to the uncomfortable regions and discover what's there. And there was a lot of love, and it was very lovely. I thus reframed that." Mariska, who has 3 children with husband Peter Herman, August, 18, Amaya, 14, and Andrew, 13, said how she felt ready to take on the job even though her only prior directing experience was from Law and Order episodes. She said, "I felt ready, but directing a documentary and television are 2 very different things. It seemed like a lot of integration was taking place when I had the blessing of my family and began to perceive things differently than how I had previously lived with the tale. I was prepared to enter, and I said, let's do it, with my family's help."